This is part one of my journey with conversion disorder, or AKA functional neurological system disorder, and it's pretty rare. Um, I've never heard of it. Basically, the thing is that to me, my anxiety converts into physical symptoms. So when I'm nervous and when I'm like trying to be professional or whatever I'm feeling at the moment, it'll just come out and I'll twitch, and it's caused by anxiety. And they say it's similar to Tourette's, but I took an EEG, and that's what we'll get into. But I have twitches. That was a weird twitch, and I'm twitching now. Sometimes I can't speak when I'm twitching, but those are normal, mild tics. That was a little severe, like moderate one. They're just small tics that happen, and like I speak differently too. I have like I want to say a word and then I say a whole completely different other word because my mind is so chaotic. So I'm going to read you my experience on Reddit. Nobody really saw it. I went through the Reddit and it was only a couple people, and I tried to message some people. I actually met someone with conversion disorder on here, which is great. I need to talk to her more. But this is my story, and I really hope you take perspective in it and, understand that this is real and I can't control it. And it's voluntarily movement, but I don't voluntarily do it. It's something that you would normally voluntarily do, like shake your hands or move your fingers. See, this isn't a twitch. I'm just showing you. It'd be normal. But anyway, I'm going to read the Reddit thing. I wrote this when I was 15. It was a year after I got diagnosed. Anyway, it's why it started in the early days. But to give you some perspective before, I did not talk to my family for almost a year and a half. I was stuck in my room. And then eventually I found Sandersides, and I really kind of came out of my shell. And it helped me. Sandersides really saved my life. Shane Dawson I used to watch, even though, don't hate me, I don't really watch him anymore. But yeah, those were YouTubers that I really sunk into, and I really wrote episode, and I tried, and I was so creative in this time. It was crazy. I think I had like a manic state for so long. But let's get into it. It shouldn't take too long. All right. The title is Stuck in My Body While Conscious, and I'll be having that right up there. Conscious. Hi, my name is Alexandria, and I'm 15 years old. I'm 19 now. A year ago, I was diagnosed with conversion disorder. I'm generally a very nervous person, and what was happening before we knew what I had, I was so scared. My whole life, I've had severe anxiety, but whenever I felt it around a year ago, it felt different when it got worse. I was at school one day and I saw a guy I had a crush on, in parentheses, a very innocent thing that would make anyone nervous at 14 years old. And I just freaked out. I ran to the bathroom and I lost my way around the new high school. And when I finally got to my class, I couldn't go in. I just fell on the floor and I couldn't move. A teacher found me eventually, and I got sent out in a wheelchair to go home. Then there was a few days of acting out. I had no idea what was wrong with me. I was doing things I'd never do. Like once I texted my sister to not pick me up from school, and I walked home, which home was like a few miles away. If you're in Des Moines, East High, Willard. I know I walked that way. And then eventually halfway, okay, why would I do that? And then I had a couple days of weird cloudy head days that I remember having previously a year before, which I thought was medhead, like from NyQuil. I felt scared, and I felt like I couldn't move. My grandpa was with me at the time, and he said I was just being silly and basically carried me to bed. I was just having twitches and no one believed me at first. But one morning, which is very known, I felt like I couldn't move no matter how hard I tried. My mom found me and he tried many ways to make me move. I couldn't. After 20, 30 minutes, I started moving again. A couple days later, I had a spell-like thing again and I was breathing weird and I felt like I couldn't breathe right. My mom, that was a twitch. My mom called the ambulance and these paramedics picked me up and I said I was basically faking. Then when I couldn't get me to actually walk, because I actually couldn't, they picked me up in a sheet and got me into an ambulance. They wouldn't let my mom ride with, and they started questioning me. I started the end of the spell so I could speak a little bit, but I was out of it. They said I wasn't breathing right, even though I'm pretty sure my oxygen was just fine. Said by them. So they put a tube down my nose. I couldn't resist because I still couldn't move. It was my throat open. So my throat opened and they said, look, you opened your mouth, even though they just shoved down a tube down my nose and throat. When I got to the hospital, it took another 20 minutes to get everything moving. They refused an MRI or anything. They discharged me, and I went to a neurologist, which I had a 24-hour EEG, which I had an hour one before, but then it turned into a 24-hour. Nothing came up, and they sent me to a psychiatrist, and they diagnosed me with conversion disorder. When I woke up, I heard the nurse on the phone saying, of the morning I stayed, she figured out a wire was not hooked on all night, and I said I didn't know it would change that much. My neurologist diagnosed me with conversion disorder. When I went to the psychiatrist, they were the only one who believed us. I'm doing well a year later with meds. I'm lucky I didn't something more seriously wrong with me, like a brain tumor. If you read through this, thank you. So I hope people will believe others more if we make this disorder more known. Thank you for reading my story. Now, there's a lot of mixed up things. I was still really messed up at 15. I still was transitioning, kind of, I call it, into a new era. And I can't believe the way of where I am right now. I'm taking meds every night. I just got an adult psychiatrist, and she's so nice. I feel like we can live with this if people just believed us and didn't judge us. And I can't work. I can't go to school right now. I didn't get to go to school for a long time when it happened. I finally graduated early. I did it. I just finished early on options, if you know that was. If you search up options, Academy Kurtz, it's a whole different process of like taking tests to clear it out, and then basically whatever it's called, a GED, where it's called something else now. But anyway, thank you for listening if you read through this TikTok. I just wanted to read my story, and I'll have another part because this is not the whole story. I mean, I have a lot more stories. It's just, this was made when I was really messed up too. So it's true, it's completely true. I just didn't explain it right, and I need to explain it more, but I think it's a good start. I really think it's a good start, and I hope when you're listening that you believe me. And if you're suffering from it too, I'm here with you. Come message me. I really want to get to know people with my condition. I hate that everybody can suffer something from like anxiety and depression. Everybody does now. And I just wanted to share my story because I want to spread love. I want to spread love and happiness, and you can do it, supportiveness. I'm not trying to be like a TikToker. I'm just being me. Thank you for listening. I'm gonna go edit this.